So the other day I was talking to somebody who had just been to a wedding. It was a DJ who was thinking about trying to do some training and work on his announcements and things like that. And he had been to a wedding and he wanted to know from me what the real big deal was anyway. Hi, it's Bill. This is Creative License. Thanks again for being a part of my little dog and pony show. And thank you for those of you who are nice to my sponsors. Sponsors like Electro Voice and Promo Only, DJ NTV, DJ Event Planner, and of course my workshop, The Entertainment Experience. In fact, I'm going to be in Las Vegas for the MEX conference, and I am making some mini workshops available. If you want to know more about those, send me a message. I might even be able to save you some money if you are a part of one of those small workshops. Anyway, let me be more specific. The DJ wanted to do better with his announcements, right? And then he went to a wedding and he hadn't been at one for a while. And he saw the DJ and the DJ did his thing, right? There were a few announcements. He said his stuff like he wanted to learn how to do, and then came back to me and said, I don't understand what the big deal is. Nobody's paying attention to what that guy's doing anyway. I mean, why do I have to be good at making announcements? Why do I have to be good on a microphone when nobody at weddings pay attention anyway? Interesting point of view, isn't it? Well, let me just chime in just a little bit. There's a reason why nobody was paying attention. Because the DJ who was making the announcements wasn't really trying to have an impact with what he was doing. He was just talking. He wasn't talking to anybody. He wasn't trying to make sure that what he said was heard. It didn't matter to him. And because of it, the audience treated it like that, right? Like it was just annoying. You know, he was like a mosquito in the air. The difference is that if you understand that with the microphone, you're the most powerful person in the room, that you have the ability to be sure that everyone comes together on one idea. Even if it's just, everyone be quiet, everyone look here, here's the cake, right? If for some reason the guy with the microphone doesn't get the attention of the entire room, then yeah, what's the big deal? Nobody's paying attention to that guy anyway. Why would they pay attention when nobody cares? Because he didn't give them a reason to care. He did not take the time to say, this is important, to be sure that they understood that he had something important to share on behalf of the people that he was being paid to communicate to. He just opened his mouth and let it fly. And if I'm in a room and I'm having a conversation with somebody and somebody gets on the mic and just lets it fly, odds are I ain't paying attention. If he didn't ask me for my attention, if he did not give me a reason to pay attention, if he did not give me information that I need. Now, to do those things, you have to have some skills. Anybody can take a microphone, anyone can make an announcement, but not everyone can command the attention of everyone in the room, whether it be 5 people or 500,000 people. That's the job. If you're going to make noise on a microphone loud enough for 500,000 people to hear you, then you're saying what I have is important for all 500,000 people. And if you don't do what it takes to be sure you communicate to all those people, then you're not doing your job right. So what's the big deal? The big deal is they wasted their money on that guy. They should have told him to show up without a microphone, to not make any announcements. But apparently, it was important to them that these announcements were made and communicated and heard by everyone. So the guy who spoke did not succeed. What's the big deal? He didn't do his job, didn't give the client what they needed. What do you think? I know you agree. If you don't, that's weird, but you don't have to. Put it in the comments below. Tell me what you think. And I'll see you next week on Creative License.